Hi guys, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My channel again on Keke Tamara Fahira's YouTube channel to discuss lecture materials. As you can see on the title, in today's learning video, I will discuss the scope of leadership, about scope of leadership, and the starting from definition, the difference between managers, management, leader, and leadership, and many others. Without any further ado, let's get started. On the first, maybe we need to know what leadership really is, or what is leadership. What is this leadership important? Okay, now we come to the definition of leadership according to Hemphill and Combs. Definition of leadership: an individual's behavior when he directs group activity to achieve the group's common goals. And then according Tannenbaum, Wessler, and Masaryk, leadership is personal influence carried out in situation and directed through the communication process to achieve a goal. Okay, on the next slide, another definition according to expert about definition of leadership. And this one, Jacob and Jack, the artistic or technical ability to make a group or person follow and obey their wishes. And then Stockdale, a process of influencing group activities in the context of the formulation and achievement of goals. The point is that leadership is about achieving organizational goals together with follower or with subordinate. This point is that about definition of leadership. From the statements of several experts regarding the definition of leadership, it can be concluded that leadership is the ability to influence the behavior of a person or group of people to achieve certain goals in certain situation. Leadership is a social problem in which there is an interaction between those who lead and those who are led to achieve common goals, either by influencing, persuading, motivating, and coordinating, or a stimulation. It can be seen in the picture that a leader is a leading people, influencing people, commanding people, guiding people. So leadership is the most important, very important part in an organization. How come? If an organization does not have a leader, when the company's goal will not be achievement. This is the definition difference between a leader and a manager. A leader is someone who has the ability to influence through his attitude, instinct, and personality in motivating and making other people or employee to contribute in achieving mutual success in an organization. While the manager is someone who is charged of directing and managing the system in organization or group so as to achieve a goal. Yeah, and then being a leader and a manager is a different. Okay, furthermore, there is a difference between a leader and a manager that affect both of these are important in organization, important in leading a group or person. But there is a difference in carrying out the task of leading. Both are important to lead a team or person, but what the difference anyway? For the first position, about position, leader position can be found in social circles, and position about manager can be meet a formal position in an institution. For example, if we look at the village or region, it must have an RT or lurah head. Maybe we call him the leader, but not the manager, not the lurah, manager lurah or manager RT. No, no one. Is there a RT manager? Is there a village manager? No. I think so. I think no. Namely, the household leader and the village leader, maybe, or something like that. None of that exists. There is only the leader, not the manager, namely the village head maybe. And the second, we talk about responsibility of leaders maximizing the performance of each person he leads. Maybe responsibility about a manager manage a team to achieve certain target. And we want talk about leadership style. And the leadership style of a leader may be transformational, and then leadership style of a manager transactional, where transformational leadership is a leader who can influence, motivate, and stimulate employee to want to obey what is directed by this transformational leader. The direction is the personality of the employee who will later target the company's goals. If this transactional leadership style maybe usually exists in banking companies, maybe where the orientation and goals is profit. Maybe in real life organization, you will find a combination of two leadership style at the organization in once. It's okay, it's very normally. And then we talk about risk-taking of a leader, dare to think outside the box and take risks. Maybe risk-taking of a manager, running a proven success and avoiding risks. And the last figure of a leader have a follower, and the figure of a manager have a subordinate. Oh, it turned out there is still a slight of the difference between a leader and a manager. And about we talked about personality of a leader, full of charismatic, sometimes look very brave to take risks, full of imagination. And the personality of a manager, rational, focused on goals and structure, intelligent, and full of analysis. And about orientation of a leader in employee or human, and orientation of a manager, task and target or deadline. And we will talking about touch, why and how of a leader and a manager touch in personality of employee. Touch of a leader maybe use a feeling, and touch a manager use logic or head. Leader use intuition and heart instead of thinking using logic. And approach to work, activity approach to work, manager create strategies, rules and method, then create teams and idea. And a leader seeing problem and looking for creative solution. Through his commitment and charisma, he is able to motivate the team to solve problems. I'm sorry, it's raining here suddenly. I hope it doesn't interfere with my voice in the video.